everything husky.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's here again.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate. Cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place. All queens got a seat at my table. Cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe. And so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan. Cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's here
It's a
again.
lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gonna own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact. Cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young. Black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich. Yo, can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? And yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close
All right, y'all know what time it is. You know what to do.
Tomorrow's here again.
Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me, which you should be able to in a minute. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. We're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Shout out to the Bishop for kicking off the show the right way with the official theme song of the Music Morning Show. Let me see if y'all can see me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're in here, man. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. Appreciate y'all being here for real. Welcome to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com, and today we've got some amazing subjects to cover. Wow, this is going to be crazy. We've got some breaking news as well. We're going to get into that in a second. First of all, I want to thank y'all for being here. I know it's we started the show a little late today, but luckily we get to be on West Coast time because this is the internet. So we're going to say we're on West Coast time. But let me shout out everybody who's in the building, man. Good to see y'all in here. Who we got? We've got Amy in the building. Shout out to the amazing Amy. Always in here showing love. We got Floyd in here. Oh, he's mad. We're going to talk about it in a minute. He says the NBA is rigged. Shots fired, man. Don't get Alicia Curry out here. NBA might be in your DMs. Shout out to Floyd, everybody else who's watching. I appreciate y'all. we're going to go ahead and get into it. This is probably going to be one of the quicker live streams, so we're going to move pretty quick, so y'all bear with me, all right? And shout out, we've got over 140,000 people watching this live stream. Is that right? I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to become a believer. Thank you to everybody who's in here watching. We're going crazy, man. Amy says all sports are rigged. Oh man, don't break our little sports hearts, Amy. Dang. Yeah, we know there's something going on there. When you've got a business that large, you really want to make sure you can decide and move things around. So we're going to have that conversation on another day, but we are going to be talking about the NBA today. So before we get into it, let me go ahead and share some of these announcements with y'all, and then we will get into the show. All right, y'all check it out. You know what time it is. With it being Friday, we've got a show tonight, y'all. Song of the Night live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. If you are an artist, if you're just a fan of music, you can definitely stop by the show. If you're an artist and you submit your music, you get a chance to win $100 and a brand new Shure 55SH microphone. We're also giving away 2 door prizes as well that you can use at any time during the season. So you guys do not want to miss out tonight. This is actually your last chance to get into the first official verses of season 9. So make sure y'all tune in for the show. It's going to be a great time. And coming up next week, just a few days away, we've got the first official season 8 tournament. It's going to be taking place on Wednesday. So make sure y'all stay tapped in for that. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we've got a lot going on over here and you don't want to miss any time we go live. Well, speaking of the tournament, make sure y'all check out, this is everyone who's in the tournament so far. We've got Nick Flanagan, Lanisha Houston, Greg Dose, Lily, Dizzy Days, Hollywood Co., Stizzy Too Hard, Puma Red, Javier LaFleur, King Creole, Music, Smoking the One, Chainsaw P, Mandy X, and then 2 lovely 9s came in the clutch and got that last spot in the season 8 tournament on Wednesday. All right, so make sure y'all tap in. It's going to be a good time, and you don't want to miss out, and get an opportunity to vote as well, because you guys will be helping decide who the winner of the season 8 tournament is, and you get to vote tonight during the show as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We've got a lot to cover today, so I'm going to kind of bring back a segment we had on the show. We're going to talk about some hot takes. Some of them don't have anything to do with music. Honestly, I was thinking about introducing a new segment in the show called That's Not About Music, because this is the Music Morning Show. But before we do that, we got to get into the breaking news, because I know y'all want to hear this. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh man, y'all saw the title of the video. This YSL RICO trial has not disappointed when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to us learning a lot about the law. And most recently, we found out that the Supreme Court, the Georgia Supreme Court, has made a ruling when it comes to the motion that Attorney Weinstein was trying to get passed by the Supreme Court. All right, so y'all check this out. We're going to read through his tweet here in a second, but basically, Mr. Weinstein, or Attorney Weinstein, was pressuring the Georgia Supreme Court because there have been so many motions to recuse Judge Glanville, because in this case, it's looking like he has been pretty biased. Again, the jury's still out on that, pun intended. But when it comes to Judge Glanville, there has been clear push to get him off of this case. So most recently, and within the last 24 hours, the Supreme Court handed out their ruling, and it shows that they denied his motion. All right, so we're going to read here. Actually, Attorney Weinstein posted this on his Twitter account. So shout out to him for sharing this and posting this so we can kind of see and understand what the Supreme Court is saying. All right, so he says the Supreme Court of Georgia has denied Mr. Kendrick's petition for writ mandamus. All right, and we talked about that in past videos. If y'all missed it, I'll pin the video and y'all can go back and watch it as well. Based on a requirement that we must first petition Fulton County Superior Court. Court notes that the petition must be heard by a judge other than C.J. Glanville. We are not done seeking relief. So initially listening to his statement, it kind of sounds like a loss on the defense's side, only because it's just another process they have to go through. Now, it is nice that the Supreme Court kind of laid out how they want them to go through the entire process. Also, as you heard in this statement, Judge Glanville has some of his power taken away. He's not going to be able to rule on the next motion that is brought up against him. So that could be a plus. It could be a minus, because they're going to have to bring the next motion to the Supreme Court, or to another, not to the Supreme Court, excuse me. They're going to have to bring that motion before another judge. And we know, y'all know where you work. Y'all know and may not know how attorneys work, but they all know each other. They work together. So this could be a potential L, because if Judge Glanville is friends with a lot of these judges in Fulton County, and they send this motion to another judge that's friends with him, doesn't want to get him removed, they could deny this as well. So it is nice that they have now a clear path in the way they have to go about things. And if they have to send something else to the Supreme Court, they can. But I wanted to read through this statement from the Supreme Court so we can actually get their wording and kind of understand what they're saying here as well. All right. So this is the Supreme Court of Georgia, and this was sent yesterday. The Honorable Supreme Court met pursuant to adjournment. All right. The following order was passed: DeMonte Kendrick versus Earl Glanville, or Judge Glanville. Petitioner DeMonte Kendrick, who is facing trial on murder and other charges in Fulton County, filed directly in this court an emergency motion seeking original relief in the form of mandamus against Chief Judge Earl Glanville and a stay of proceedings. Basically, they wanted the Supreme Court to step in because they just felt like they weren't going to get anywhere with Judge Glanville. Kendrick filed in the Superior Court a motion to recuse Chief Judge Glanville after he became aware of an alleged ex parte meeting on June 12, 2024. Between the judge, assistant district attorneys, a state witness, a state and the witness's attorney, which y'all know is Kayla Bumpkus. And we're actually going to talk about her later, right? Chief Judge Glanville did not refer Kendrick's motion to recuse to another judge. See Uniform Superior Court Rule 25.3, and instead decided the motion himself and denied it. Okay, which they're saying, and they're quoting here that he's not able to do that. It says, when a trial judge is presented with a motion to recuse or disqualify accompanied by an affidavit, the judge shall temporarily cease to act upon the merits of the matter and shall immediately determine the timeliness. Oh my gosh, that word's crazy. Of the motion and the legal sufficiency of the affidavit, and make a determination assuming any of the facts alleged in the affidavit to be true, whether recusal would be warranted. All right. So they're basically saying you got to go through the proper chains. Glanville can't say, no, we're not going to do that. It needs to go to another judge to decide, which seems like he was totally fine with doing that. Not once, not twice, but several and multiple times. It is found that the motion is timely, the affidavit sufficient, and that the recusal would be authorized if some or all the facts set forth in the affidavit are true. Another judge shall be assigned to hear the motion to recuse. The allegations of and then it goes on. All right. In his emergency motion, Kendrick does not seek appellate review of the order denying his motion to recuse. Instead, he seeks original relief from the court against Chief Judge Glanville, asserting that any effort to file a petition for writ mandamus in Superior Court would result in frustration and lack of action, which is kind of what we just talked about and mentioned. They're basically saying, Supreme Court, please step in, because we know we're going to take this to Glanville and he's not going to go through the proper actions. He's not going to allow us to show this to another judge. He's going to refuse it, and we're just going to be wasting our time. So just go ahead and handle this, right? All right. So it says would result in frustration and lack of action, because such a petition would go to Chief Judge Glanville. And so he has no option other than for the Georgia Supreme Court to exercise indiscretion and consider his claims. By way of relief, Kendrick requests that the court directs Chief Judge Glanville to adhere to Georgia Uniform Court Rule 25.3, which we just talked about, and assign his motion to recuse to an unbiased judge for a hearing. Well, yeah, that's going to be tough. Oh, shout out to Henry Resilient. He said this is not centered. Thank you, Henry. I got you. All right, we should be good there. Sorry about that, y'all. So we'll do this. Boom. All right, thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. All right, so where were we? He said by way of relief, Kendrick requests that this court direct Chief Judge Glanville to adhere to Uniform Superior Court Rule 25.3 and assign his motion to recuse to an unbiased judge for a hearing. Again, I mentioned one of the roadblocks you might see there is Judge Glanville He is the chief judge in Fulton County. So say he refers it to someone else in Fulton County, or it gets referred to another judge in Fulton County. Who's to say that they're unbiased? I would just assume that judges are going to look out for other judges, unless he has something against another judge, which I guess is possible, but it seems highly unlikely with him being the chief judge, right? That the court stay in trial proceedings pending resolution of the motion to recuse, and that the court order Chief Judge Glanville to produce an unredacted transcript of the secret ex parte proceedings held on June 12th. Man, if they could get this through, that would be amazing, but we'll see what the Supreme Court says. Although this court has the power to grant original relief in the nature of mandamus, they said we could do it, but it has chosen to maintain its general status as an appellate court and to exercise its original jurisdiction only in extremely rare situations. Dang. That's tough. Now, again, I see this as kind of an L, just because there's so much more time that they're going to have to go through to follow this procedure. You guys see Judge Glanville already pushed Caleb Bumpkiss's hearing to the 3rd. So we still have to wait a whole nother week for that. Who's to say that they're not going to sit on this? They're not going to take their time, and then they go through the process. And then the judge, the unbiased judge, says, no, we're not going to grant you your certificate. Then they have to go through the Supreme Court again. I mean, we're looking at a minimum of 2-3 weeks that we have to wait for Attorney Weinstein to start this process over, which is a shame because we definitely wanted to see a ruling quickly. Either way, where need has been shown. Okay. And before this court will consider exercising its original jurisdiction, the petitioner must show that he has sought and been denied access to the proper channels for seeking relief in a trial court. So basically, they have to do everything they can. We already mentioned that. And then the Supreme Court will look at it. Moreover, it is well established that a petitioner seeking mandamus relief against the superior court judge may file such a petition in the appropriate superior court. And being the respondent, the superior court judge will disqualify. Another superior court judge will be appointed to hear and determine the matter, and the final decision may be appealed to the appropriate appellate court for review. Again, they're saying just go through the process and then we'll look at it once we get there. Here, before seeking original mandamus relief from the court, Kendrick is required to show that he first sought and was denied access to the proper channels for seeking relief in superior court. Can't skip steps. That's what they say. And Kendrick has not made such a showing, and he admits that he has not filed a standalone mandamus petition against Chief Judge Glanville in Superior Court. Although Kendrick expresses concern that filing a mandamus petition in Superior Court would be futile because the petition would be assigned to Chief Judge Glanville, that is not so. As explained in Brown, if Kendrick were to file a mandamus petition in Superior Court naming Chief Judge Glanville as the respondent, Chief Judge Glanville will be disqualified presiding over the matter. Okay, a different judge would consider Kendrick's petition, and either party may appeal the final decision. All right, see Brown. Accordingly, Kendrick's emergency petition for writ of mandamus and stay of proceedings is dismissed. All right, so y'all let me know what you think. Is this a win? Is this an L for the defense? It's looking like the Supreme Court's doing their job. They say, hey, I get what you guys are saying. It's frustrating, but we have to go through the proper channels first. So I know that Attorney Weinstein is going to start the process over again and go through that. We'll have to wait and see what happens, especially with us having to wait to get back to court. When is Judge Glanville even going to hear this, and how fast are they going to be able to move here? Another thing I thought was interesting about this, we got to go over to Thugger Daily, and shout out to Thugger Daily. I will post the link in the description to Thugger Daily over on X. If you're really interested and intrigued about this case, Thugger Daily on X has really been on top of getting all these documents, giving updates on what's going on in the court, nitty breaking news. So this is where I get a lot of the information from and a lot of the documents as well. So y'all go make sure you show Thugger Daily some love. But Thugger Daily lays everything out and explains what's going on and how the process is going to go from here a little bit better as well. Supreme Court of Georgia has responded to Yak Gotti's petition for a writ mandamus regarding the recusal of Judge Glanville, right? They deny it, saying he should instead file it in the Fulton Superior Court and have another judge than Glanville rule on the writ. All right, so basically the Supreme Court is the last resort in the motion. Yak Gotti's lawyer mentioned they skipped Fulton County Superior Court because it would have gone to Glanville, but the Superior Court specifically says that Glanville will be disqualified from ruling here. Now, that is somewhat of a win because they're saying, all right, Glanville, you're done. You're out of it. We're taking away your power. Now, if something gets filed, it has to go to another judge. But also, who's the judge is going to go to? So once it is filed correctly, it will go to another Superior Court judge who is supposed to rule on mandating the chief judge to refer a motion to recuse himself. All right, it goes without saying that that's insane pressure. But even if they deny it, they're infinitely more likely than... If it goes insane pressure, they're infinitely more likely than Glanville to grant a certificate of immediate review on their ruling for immediate appeal, which definitely makes sense, right? So then we've got, do note that the Supreme Court of Georgia uses a footnote to specifically highlight where Glanville screwed up. Okay, we skipped over this a little bit, but I read through it. Let's see what they say. Am I naive in having faith in the Superior Court judge that is going to pick this petition up? I don't know, man. Seeing how everything has gone in this case, in the Trump case, in the Fani Willis and Nathan Wade case, I do not have any faith whatsoever. Dang, should I say this on live stream? I'm in Fulton County in this current Fulton County YSL trial. I'll put it that way. But we'll just have to wait and see. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Obviously, Weinstein is going to go through the correct process to get this moved around, but I have a feeling we're going to end up right back where we were at the Supreme Court, and then we'll have to wait and see where they move from there. But it's looking like this is going to be another 3 to 6 week process because there's really no incentive, not only for Judge Glanville, but for the unbiased judge ruling on this to move this through quickly. And I'm sure whoever gets this on their desk is going to be very conflicted. But either way, y'all let me know what you think. That's what's going on in Fulton County. That might be another new segment we'll have to do as well. What's going on in Fulton County? Shout out to Henry Resilient. He says, like the stream. Yeah, y'all like the stream. And most of y'all liked it too. I appreciate it. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Most of y'all are just saying what's up. I appreciate it. And thank you again to Henry Resilient for having my back and reminding me to center those documents. I appreciate that, man. Oh, and also, once I post this video, I will have the link to the documents in the description for y'all if you want to read them for yourself, if you want to see and follow Thugger Daily, and I'll also link to that as well. All right, let me say what's up to a couple people. We've got Hollywood Co's in the building. What's up, man? We got Mr. Tesla is up in here too. Good to see you. We've got Mixed Love in the building. What's up, Mixed Love? Always good to see Mixed Love in there. And then Floyd, I got Floyd in there as well. All right, so we've got a few more things to get through. Now, this segment is going to be a little bit more of a fun segment. It's not specifically centered around music, although there are a lot of music themes in here. So y'all just y'all stay with me here for a second. I think you guys are going to have a lot to say on this. And if you could do me a favor, make sure you're interacting in the chat as well, because I want to put some of y'all's comments up. All right. Shout out to Mixlove said, I see you took my ranch. Hey, she said, I'm spinning the block. Don't do that, Mixlove. I wonder, Mixlove, are you in Fulton County? Yeah, I just hadn't seen you in a minute. So I appreciate you being here today, though. I could definitely get it back if you're going to be in here and be active, because I want to see y'all in the chat. Mr. Tesla said, guess what I'm off to today? Time to get ready for the cruise. Yeah, Mr. Tesla celebrated 10 years over there. Congratulations to you, man. That's dope. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I think I got everybody in here. Let me see. Let me see if we're good. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. Now, we've got our hot takes, all right? This is our hot take segment. So y'all get ready. So the first hot take of the day. This one, y'all know I haven't made videos on this for a reason, because you know how I feel about this artist if you've been watching this channel. If you haven't, you're going to get a little bit of an idea. But this video is from an amazing woman on X who was talking about everything that's going on with the whole Sexy Red movement. I am not a fan of Sexy Red. Not a fan of her music at all. Definitely not a fan of the movement as well. So she's going to talk a little bit about some of the things I've been saying about Sexy Red. Y'all can let me know what you think in the comments when it comes to Sexy Red, and let me know if you think she's right as well. Check this out. Oh, I got to unmute. Check this out.
I hate that bitch Sexy Red.
Oh, shoot.
I promise you, I hate that girl. I hate her.
Don't hate her now.
I hate her. I wish somebody would make a diss record against her ass. I think I'm about to write a diss. I don't like that bitch.
Dang.
I don't like her at all. Like, she be single-handedly playing in y'all face. And I said to myself, who the fuck is her fan base? This is why I hate when y'all listen to her music. Like, y'all keep saying, like, yeah, man, but the beat hit. I don't give a fuck how much the motherfucking beat hit. Let me tell you something. Every time I hear that bitch in my motherfucking car, I turn her shit off, because I know she detrimental to the black community. I know she motherfucking influencing young girls to pop they pussy open for a baby.
Oh, Lord.
I know that's what that bitch doing. And in the same breath, she's influencing these young girls to be ratchet, nasty, and trifling. And then she's telling y'all that y'all got carpet hair. So not only is she's influencing y'all to do that, but she's also insulting y'all at the same time. I hate that bitch. I promise you.
Wow. Have y'all heard that? I didn't hear about Sexy Red saying what she said, and I'm not going to pause that there. So apparently Sexy Red released a recent song that had some shots taken at black women and black women's hair. I mean, are we taking Sexy Red seriously at this point? I don't know. I have never listened to a Sexy Red song. I just heard about her and some of the antics that she was doing, and I just decided, hey, pretty sure Sexy Red's not going to be for me. So I've stayed away from it. So I'm not going to speak on the music necessarily, but I obviously have heard clips just because they went viral, and some of y'all have used the beats on this platform too. But I don't know why anyone would take what she says seriously or personally. It's unfortunate that she's having a lot of influence on there, but one of the reasons I haven't made videos on Sexy Red is because I don't really want to give her a platform, honestly. But I can understand the frustration, because I've expressed it a lot on this channel as well, to just the message that she's trying to send, the way that she presents herself. And, you know, a lot of kids, a lot of people in the community are supporting that. I'm just like, man, I don't get it. I don't see it.
Insulting y'all at the same time. I hate that bitch. I promise you. I hate the fact that social media make everybody famous. I hate this. That's why every time I see one of my sisters going in on that bitch, I repost, share, like, comment as much as I motherfucking can.
So here's the interesting thing, though, about we're at a weird time when it comes to social media, because if for the next 5 days, for the next week, I made videos about Sexy Red, how terrible Sexy Red is, how bad she is for the community, how terrible the message is. And I made video after video after video. What is that going to do? That's going to cause everybody that sees that video who either hasn't heard of Sexy Red, hasn't heard her new music, or doesn't know what type of music she makes, to go listen to her. And then you're just continuing to elevate Sexy Red even more. So with the way algorithms are now, with the way social media is, I don't know, are we at a place to where certain things is just not even worth to mention? And if it comes up, you say, hey, yo, young person, youngin', that's probably not the best music to listen to. I know and understand what some of the lyrics are, the message there, and just stay away from it. I don't know. It's a tough place to be, man.
If y'all women up here got younger girls, okay, and within their teenage years, please talk to your girls. Please talk to your teenagers about this bitch. Make sure you tell them that this is not the way to go, because that's her fan base. Because everybody that I talk to don't really like her.
Facts.
So I be trying to figure
here.
out who is her fan base. It's these younger girls. It's these younger girls with fam. She is going to tear y'all daughter's self-esteem down. Keep fucking letting your daughter listen to this.
Dang.
I'm finna say some crazy shit. Keep letting your daughter listen to this bitch and see what happens. She gonna tear your daughter's self-esteem down piece by piece. Sexy Red is making a mockery out of black girls' hair and saying it looks like carpet and saying that it's unattractive, along with turning your daughter into whores. I hate this bitch.
I love how now that she's talking about hair, it seems like people are outraged. Like, she's been doing a lot of more outrageous stuff. But it is what it is at this point. Y'all let me know what you think. Sexy Red, good for the community. Is she bad? Does it not even matter? People are going to listen to it if it's got a dope beat. Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments. Okay, second hot take for today. My dog, Roddy Ricch, is telling all in this interview. All right, he says that he knew that the Like That verse was going to come out from Kendrick Lamar, and he understood exactly how it was going to go down. Check this out. So shout out to Sound for posting this. Says Roddy Ricch revealed he heard Kendrick's verse on Like That early. He listened to Future and Metro Boomin's album before it dropped. He says, quote, "We listened to it and we knew we had to strap up boots." He also says that Drake's rap battle was beautiful for the culture. That's something similar to what we've been saying over here, but let's see what Roddy Ricch says. Shout out to Big Boy too. Yep, I agree. Hey, shout out to Roddy Ricch and Big Boy. Again, I've said this since the beginning of the beef. Y'all know we covered it a lot here on the channel. This was a great thing for culture and as a hip hop fan. So I'm with Roddy Ricch on that. I think it's interesting. He was behind the scenes and heard what was going on. I wonder what the situation was there and why he heard it and why it was released. Maybe they were just doing some type of peer review. But hey, shout out to my dog. He's out there putting out crazy music, man. Absolutely crazy music. And he just dropped that 9/11 video too. Make sure y'all go check him out. So show some love to one of my favorite artists. All right, here we go. So now we're getting into it. This is a segment of hot takes that's called That's Not About Music. I'm not gonna laugh during this segment. This segment is this was tough. So a lot of y'all know last night, or I should say recently, if you're watching this video at a later date, there was a presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And this entire situation was absolutely embarrassing as an American, especially when I know and I have family members who are in the military who take just defending the honor of America very seriously. That's how I was grown up. We respect the flag. We respect this country. Grateful for everything that we've been given, the opportunity we've been given here. To see this be on the national stage and to be the representation of America, it hurt me so much. But there are some interesting things that went on last night. There's been some highlights and some memes put together that I thought you guys might enjoy. And we're going to try and make light of the situation. Obviously, there's serious conversations that need to be had about this, but we're not going to do that on this show. We might have to start another show, but y'all check this out. Shout out to Matt Wallace. He said, I put together a compilation of Joe Biden's most embarrassing moments during the CNN presidential debate, if you can call it that. Check it out.
But you continue to provoke.
It's so sad.
We got it down to 35. We got to significantly increase the credit. The idea, if you lose again,
I will absolutely. There's nothing I'd rather do
President Trump, as I come back to you for a follow-up.
ever with me. And he's going to take
how
you.
much prescriptions they need. You know what that did? That reduced the federal deficit.
We are very, very close to World War III.
Look at this, man.
And, but by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest rival. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8. But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn
Let's not act like children.
You
to
are
a
a child.
specific
Like to see him
concern.
take one, just
This
one.
is
A
embarrassing,
real
yo.
easy one. Like go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it.
Like any black student is capable in college of doing any white student can do. They just have the money, but now they'll be able to get.
Oh, I've never seen him fire anybody.
Look at
I did
this.
fire
Look-
a lot. I
look
fired
at
Comey
Joe.
because
What
he
is-
was no
what's
good. I
going
fired
on?
a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no
Out
good.
of the Paris Peace Accord, Climate Accord, we reached 1.5 degrees Celsius.
And China nothing, and Russia nothing, and India nothing.
We provided thousands of millions of jobs. We have covered, if the ACA has increased, I made sure that they're $8,000. The idea that we're not doing anything,
This is bad.
We put more police on the street than any administration has. He wants to cut the cops. We're providing for equity and making sure people have a
Of all the things we heard about Trump, have y'all heard he wants to cut the cops? What is this?
shot
man
to
talking?
make it. There's a lot going on now.
man.
Fees into this. And in addition to that,
Likely to die from pregnancy-related causes, and Black Americans are.
and I spoke all about those.
I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
On the total initiative. What's he going to do? In fact, if they
Destroy our country.
Y'all, this is tough. I can't. I was sitting there watching this debate, and boy, I was just embarrassed. I wish we could just erase this, remove it from the history of the internet, wherever it is. You had Anderson Cooper talking to Kamala Harris. Of course, she's going to defend her guy. I get it. But Kamala Harris even said, yeah, this is a pretty bad look. It was a rough start. But, you know, President Trump, he's just terrible. Not the strongest point to run on there.
So I'm not going to spend all night with you talking about the last 90 minutes when I've been watching the last 3.5 years of performance.
Here we go.
But this was a debate that your campaign wanted. You pushed for this debate at this moment.
Yep, get him,
Obviously, I mean, you can't honestly say, I mean, can you say that you are not concerned at all having watched the president's performance tonight?
It was a slow start. That's obvious.
Oh my God. Politicians gone politic, man. She said it was Trump. God dang, man.
It was a slow start. That's obvious to everyone. I'm not going to debate that point. I'm talking about the choice in November. I'm talking about one of the most important elections in our country. That is about a destruction.
Look at Anderson
of
Cooper.
democracy.
He's just like,
Electing
what the
man
fuck?
who said he'll be a dictator
When
of
Anderson
democracy.
Cooper turns on
Do
you,
they want to
you're
consider
getting
our
dumped,
forces
bitch.
by strengthening-
Oh man. All right. There's a couple more. Let me double check and see. There's a couple more we're gonna get into. This was the worst compilation I've seen. By N Wokeness, Trump released a brutal 95-second ad of Joe Biden's debate and low lights. This is the last one we're gonna play, and then I don't think I can take any more of this. And I'll be reading the comments and super chats in a second, y'all.
making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, the idea that they're gonna. I've been proposing that everybody the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, it's down to a 6.
Oh my gosh, he's talking about golf.
And
Trump said- Oh man. And you know, I mentioned this in the tweet earlier. I don't really get into politics just because this is not the channel or the place for it. But during the hot take segment, I knew a lot of y'all were going to be interested in talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. But man, this is just so painful.
Get rid of
It's
the
rough,
ability of Medicare for the ability for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it stopped. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
All right. That really was, I highly doubt that was an ad, but shout out to End Wokeness for putting that together. Y'all, Americans especially, and you know, those of y'all who are around the world, what is your thoughts about what you've seen, what you saw last night, some of the highlights you're seeing just when it comes to America? I mean, because as an American, this is 100%, 100,000% an embarrassment. And I hope these next 4 years we can kind of pull it together when it comes to, I mean, just how things are going on in this country, because a lot of y'all feel it and a lot of y'all see it, what's going on here. I'm not going to sit here and say one guy is going to change that, even though, you know, I do appreciate everything that went on during Trump's first 4 years. But this is looking really bad, really bad. I'm not going to play it again. All right, let me take a break and get into some comments, and then we'll continue with the rest of our hot take segment here real quick. Henry Resilient in the building. He said hard work pays off. Keep grinding. Appreciate you, my brother. A lot of y'all don't know what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to just running a YouTube channel, when it comes to creating content, just knowing and understand how you can make a lot of the algorithms work, what direction you should go. And I have to give my props and say thank you to my guy, Henry Resilient. Not only is he the #1 moderator on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel, been here since day one, but he has helped this channel continue to grow. So a lot of the things that y'all are seeing and benefiting from when it comes to the added visibility, Henry Resilient has really been a big part of giving me some advice, showing me different ways we can move. And honestly, the direction of the morning show, he had a huge influence on that. We had a lot of conversations on the type of content that we can make to continue to grow the channel. So I want to give my guy his flowers, man. Shout out to Henry Resilient, always in here showing love, and it means a lot to me as well. So thank you, man. Thank you. He said happy to see it. Yeah, I appreciate you. All right, let me see. I know I missed a couple of y'all in here. Let me see. Six Lenses says, I look at her as an evolved form of them because she is so much nastier from the stuff I heard. Yeah, everything's gonna evolve. He asked me about Trina and Little Kim. Didn't they spout the same stuff? And I was like, yeah, I'm not listening to that personally. That's not how I am. That's not how I live my life. So Sexy Red is just not even in my, what do they call it, orbit. She's not even in my orbit. She can go somewhere and I won't even know. Hollywood Code said win to Henry. We've got Queen K. Oh, shout out to Queen K. That's a dope name. I see you over there, Queen. She said, and this is our leaders. Yeah. Disgraceful. Amy said, this is unbearable. Six Lenses said, is he senile? Oh, I don't know. I thought for sure they were going to have the doppelgangers back out there for Joe Biden, but they let this man actually go out there, allegedly. We don't know what goes on in the government, but it's crazy. Amy said his cognitive ability is not great. It's sad, actually. It's sad that he's just being propped up like this, honestly. But hey, it is what it is. You got to deal with it. Queen says, how does the White House account for this? Well, you heard Kamala Harris. She said, hey, it was a rough start, but Orange man bad. You know, Trump, we got to forget about Joe. I'm here. Hey, don't worry, guys. I've got your back. But let's talk about that Trump guy. He's terrible. Just going to keep playing the game, Queen K. She said, if we didn't see this, a lot of us wouldn't know we've been on autopilot. Here's the thing, Queen, and I tweeted this last night. I said the sad thing is so many people are going to continue to vote and support him just because he's a Democrat. Which is sad. They're going to ignore this. They're going to let it go. They're going to ignore all the policies that have been in place. They're going to ignore everything about the border and immigration and healthcare and all these things they're going to ignore because this guy, he's running for the Democratic Party. So it's sad, but I think we're really starting to see a change, especially like I mentioned earlier about Sexy Red. With the way the algorithm's changing, we're at a place where there's so much information out there that I think we have the ability to educate people not only a lot faster, but for them to see it for themselves. So if they're going to be ignorant, it's because they looked at it and said, I mean, he had a rough start, but Trump is terrible. So, yeah, that's where we are. So we'll see which way the pendulum swings. Obviously, with Biden just handing this presidency to Trump, it makes me wonder what else is going on behind the scenes, because we all know if they didn't want, oh man, see, are we doing this on the Music Morning Show? If they didn't want Trump in office, he would not be in office. So we'll see what happens after these 4 years. I'll be interested to see who Trump selects as a running mate. That'll be interesting too. All right, Amy Lee says it takes a lot of bathroom breaks, I'm sure. Oh man, they gotta go change his diapers. Henry Resilient said Ninja took months to convince him to change out. Yeah, Henry. Shout out to Henry Resilient. He said, I'm telling you, you have to do this. You have to do it. I said, Henry, I don't want to do it. Henry said, you're missing out. You're losing a lot of opportunities. You have to do it. So it hasn't been months, Henry. It was probably almost a year. Well, it's been a year since we started having a conversation, because we moved a new direction at the beginning of the year with the morning show and with the content. And, we started to see some progress, and Henry said, hey man, I told you. So shout out to Henry Resilient. He did not give up on me. And a lot of the things that you guys see happening on this channel, he was a big part of. So shout out to my guy. Got to give you a round of applause. He said, yeah, you have time to pull it off. We're working on it, man. Floyd says 27K by Sunday. Like and share the stream. I appreciate you, brother. We might get there. We might. I think we can do it. Floyd said, I mean, he is 164 years old. The crazy thing is, I think Trump is only 3 years older than him, or 3 years younger than him, is what I'm saying. So, I mean, it looks bad. Y'all take care of your health, man. I think that's the biggest thing we could take away from this. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. I mean, there's people who are at this age that Joe Biden is at, and they look just as in shape and young as I do. So you get one life, take care of it, and stay off the adrenochrome. But anyway, the video's gonna get cut for that. He said, my guy tried to sit in an invisible chair. Worst president ever. Oh man, Amy. Yeah, and I got to give some props to my guy Anton Daniels too. He said you got to give him, you got to give Joe Biden props for not starting any wars during his presidency. So that's one thing you got to give him credit for. I'm sure there's other stuff too, but looking at this, it's gonna make it tough to look at all of that. Queen K said we're on sad. Yeah, salute to Henry Resilient. Floyd says eat your veggies. Amy said, I'm trying to take care of mine. Amy is out there getting it, man. Shout out to everybody who's taking care of their body. Amy is out there absolutely killing it. Putting in work every single day consistently. Yeah, just put out the effort. All right, let's go ahead and get into this next topic. This is still a part of the hot takes. So we got some more hot takes for y'all. All right. Now, this is completely not music related, but we got to give a round of applause and congratulate Bronny James getting drafted to my Lakers over there. Wow. This is a historic day for basketball, historic day for the Lakers. Y'all know, born and raised on the West Coast, huge Laker fan with the several Laker games growing up, and I'm a Laker for life. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of LeBron James, but hey, this is still a cool moment. And I think it'll be interesting to see how Bronny James progresses throughout his career. I'm more excited about this than LeBron playing with the Sun, but are playing basketball with the Sun, but it's still cool. All right. Shout out to Sound for posting this. He said, wow, it really happened. The Lakers just selected Bronny James with the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA draft tonight. LeBron James and his son Bronny are now the first father-son duo to ever be in the NBA at the same time.
Pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
There it is. And yeah, shout out to Bronny James too for getting his health in check, because a lot of y'all know he had a health scare last year to where he was just had a bunch of heart issues and he collapsed on the basketball court and they had to take him. He had to get some things done, but now he's doing well. And look at him in the NBA. This is when everything went down when he was selected by the Lakers. He's trying not to cry. Yeah, and just looking at this as a human being, it's so dope to see that type of legacy being passed down. A lot of it, again, I know is based on genetics, but still, you still have to put in the work. You still have to have that support system around you to get to this point. And this man is going to get critiqued possibly even more than his dad was coming into the league. So if it were me, this is definitely something I would want to achieve with my son. And I think it's a great moment just as a human being to see these guys getting to work together. I mean, I think that would be any parent's dream. And then we got to check out these comments from ESPN, I should say, or the NBA draft coverage last night. We had some interesting comments from the NBA crew here. Y'all check this out.
Superstar who's blessed your franchise with a championship, with box office appeal, marketability, etc. What LeBron James has done for the organization, a willingness to sit up there and to do that, to show that you take care of your own, is a big deal.
You know what? And I don't want to hear these charges, people talking about nepotism.
No,
the NBA is full of nepotism.
Full of it.
The ownership level, front offices, coaching. Yep. I don't want to hear it all of a sudden because of Bronny James's father plays for the Lakers. It is rampant in this league.
That is
okay, so the thing about this is it rampant? Yes. Is it a thing pretty much everywhere you go? Yes. But it is what it is. I mean, it's nepotism. So whether you want to look at it negatively or positively, it's nepotism. The big part of the reason that Bronny James is there is because his dad is LeBron James. Now, again, to me, that's a part of legacy. Bronny still had to put in the work. He still had to play. He still has to be able to execute on the floor. You see some cases, I won't name any basketball players' names where it's not that case, but as long as he's putting in the work and playing, I mean, let him play. I don't see what the big deal is with LeBron being his father. But y'all let me know in the chat. I might be wrong. Here are some of the memes that have come out so far about Bronny getting drafted. This person says, Savannah James asked LeBron, how was the game, son? Bronny says, it was fine till your husband started chucking threes. Hell, shout out to Bronny. It is definitely going to be interesting to see the dynamic because this is something that we haven't seen before. And then we've got this clip. Shout out to R.A. Mean A. It says, Bronny, if anyone other than LeBron James tries yelling at him.
You're not my dad. You also want to hear something? Ugly ass fucking do.
Oh, man. As a Lakers fan, I'm not excited yet just because I know with Bronny James being the 55th pick, he's probably going to end up in the G League, just developing, getting better as a player, especially because he didn't have that much experience in college. But I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him. And it'll be cool to finally see the first son and father on the NBA court together, because I am an NBA fan. Let me know what y'all think. Some of y'all don't even care. This is a music morning show, but I think we're going to start doing the hot takes on the regular segment because, you know, there are a lot of interesting things going on in the world as well. All right, let's see. What is Floyd saying? Floyd says, Lakers for life. Let's go. Queen K says, if he didn't put in the work, it wouldn't have even been a possibility at 55. Yeah, and 55 is still high. Obviously, Nobody's talking about the 55 pick, and the only reason we're talking about him is because he's LeBron James' son. But he does have a nice skill set that I think will do well in the NBA. So I mean, let that man at least have a chance to play at this level, and then we'll see. Floyd said, just a reminder, the rounds don't matter when you remember the Bible says the first shall be last. Also, Tom went 100. Oh, you're talking about the NBA draft round. Yeah. Also, Tom went 199th in the 6th round and became a GOAT. God wins games. Yeah, shout out to you. That's dope. Nico's in the building. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, brother. He said, yo. And again, thank you to everybody who's in here. It looks like half of y'all, just about half of you have liked the video. Thank you to everyone that liked. If you could, please like the video. Not only are likes free, but it lets the algorithm know you guys are enjoying the show and it shares it with more people. So if you could, please make sure you like the video and you can subscribe if you find all this interesting. So we're going to get into another topic here in a second. I wanted to point out something that was interesting from Lil Woody going back to the YSL RICO trial. We'll get to that here in a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Hollywood Coast said Lakers in 6. Oh my God. Bronny James is not going to be a part of that team. So let's just relax. Floyd said, I'm just saying we got to have the right engineer mixing the nation's albums. So, sir, Amy says you get an A for effort. And Hollywood Co is in here saying what's up to Omnico. Okay, I think I got everybody. Y'all give me 1 second. We're going to take a brief intermission and then we'll get into our last topic for today. All right, y'all hold on. I'll play some music for you while we wait.
Baby, let's talk for a while. Truth is, you know you've been driving me wild. Cause when you do things like this, how could I resist? I'm trying to learn your tricks. I can't take it anymore. I've been hurting, still you deserted. Somehow I get caught up in your eyes. It's nothing new. I'm hoping you feeling it too. I need you. Please come save me. Can we just settle for love? Distance, I can't find the words for a feeling. Holding on to all of the apologies you're giving. I'm asking for different. Somehow I'm still caught up in your eyes. It's nothing new.
All right, y'all, here we go. We're back. Y'all give it up for Jakob Die with Different. Shout out to him for that one. Amazing, amazing song. We have so many amazing artists over here. Shout out to this community, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, let me see. We got a couple more comments and then we'll get into our final topic. We got more YSL news talking about Lil Woody, his former attorney, Caleb Bumpkus. We're going to get into that here in just a second. But before we do, I want to read some more comments. Shout out to Queen K over here showing love. She says, this is my very first live. I just discovered you a few days ago. I'm here to stay. Shout out to Queen K. You'll have to let me know how you found the channel, Queen K. I appreciate it. Floyd, man, stop I don't even know. What do you call that? Not pocket watching. He said, ClassE, you wash your hands? That was fast. Dang, man. I didn't even go to the bathroom. I had to get some more water. Dang, Floyd. Stop toilet watching. I guess that's what we're going to call it. Floyd says, definitely want to say this is why fathers are important. We ain't talking about Bronny in the YSL case for a reason. Talk to him. Longshore horsemen do it all the time for their sons. Shout out to the James family. Yeah, it's beautiful to see. And then Bryce is right behind him too. And this is what you want for your family. I think we want to call it, nepotism. But if we were all put in the same situation, we would want this for our kids and be like, man, forget what everybody else says. I'm doing what's best for my kids and taking care of my family. And it's the NBA. Are we really going to get up in arms about the NBA? Oh yeah, Amy asked a great question. She said, is he on Spotify? Yes, he is, Amy. Let me pull it up on the screen for you. Shout out to Jakob Dye over on Spotify. Give me 1 second. There he is. You can go follow him. It's YAKOBDYE. Killing it. 101,000 monthly listeners. Going crazy on Spotify. Yeah, look at Floyd over here toilet watching. Did we just make a new term, toilet watching? Oh my gosh. All right, we'll get a couple more comments and then we'll get into it. Let me see. Floyd said that man deserves an award. Outside of the GOAT debate, he ain't had no scandals and has been present. Yeah, I got him at number 3 all time. Easy. You could argue top 2. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta put Kobe before him because I'm a Laker for life. And y'all know who's at number 1. It's not even a question. Mr. Double Three-Peat over there. Should have been 7. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Our last topic. Toilet watching. That's wild, man. All right, yeah, and Queen K, let me know how you found the community too. I appreciate you being here. And thank you to all 124,000 of y'all that are watching. That's crazy. All right, so most recently, oh man, this one, I got to take down the hot takes because this is not a hot take. This one is a serious conversation. So Lil Woody just posted a cryptic post on IG, on his IG story, talking about what's going on in the YSL trial. Now, as y'all know, he is a sworn witness. So this man talking about the trial is just moving reckless in general. But it's seeming like Lil Woody has had enough. Y'all check this out. Shout out to, again, Thugger Daily for posting this at Woody via IG. He's an innocent man. Now come lock me back up. I ain't scared. Look at this. Lil Woody. And if y'all want to follow him, it's Woody versus Woody. That's WOODY VS WOODY. All right. He says he is an innocent man in real life. The demons have been on me at certain times of my life, have full control. It took years to break free of those demons, and now my conscience is eating me up. This prosecution is doing a number on our guy, Lil Woody, man. I'm not allowed to talk, but I pray to God that they pray and trust in him, that he reveals everything that's going on. Every single person that steps in the building have been violated, and they show us time after time that they ruin everything. I lost my family members, my kids, and at the point of losing my sanity. Oh my God, what's going on, man? He says, this is not freedom. This is a country that bullies others to comply. This is a country that takes what they want. And this is a country that will not stop until they get away, or until they get what they want. He says, now come lock me back up. I ain't scared. This is, I say it's cryptic. It's not even cryptic. The only thing that's cryptic about it is he's not saying what they're making him do. But we already know, based on the secret meeting, that Judge Glanville and ADA Hilton and possibly ADA Love were in there telling them, hey, man, you can't say what you want to say. You can't do what you want to do. As Lil Woody said, this is not freedom. You have immunity, but it's only based off of what we say. And man, I can't imagine what this must be like being in this situation. Now, of course, Lil Woody, he is in this situation willingly, kind of. So Y'all feel bad for him if you want to, but at the end of the day, he is a person. We all make mistakes, and going through this whole thing where you have the law that you're supposed to be able to look to and trust, and then seeing the things that he's seen that we don't even probably know about is crazy. Now, the reason I bring this up is because most recently his ex-lawyer or his ex-attorney, Kayla Bumpkus, did another interview with Law and Order that we're going to look at here in a second. And we can kind of get a little more insight into what went on in the secret meeting. Now, we've talked about this before, but this is the first interview I've seen from her since she found out that her hearing was going to be pushed to July 3rd. So shout out to Law and Crime for posting this video and doing a great job with the interview. Y'all listen to what Kayla says, because I mentioned in the last video that we did, I found it interesting that she did not say that she wasn't the mole. So check this out. You guys let me know what you think.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, Kayla Bumpus could be held in contempt of court and possibly ordered to jail. So could the other people who were present for that ex parte meeting. Judge Glanville wants to know who leaked the information about the meeting in his chambers to Brian Steele. He held Brian Steele in contempt for not revealing his source and ordered him to jail for 20 days.
Right.
Steele was granted a supersedeas bond by the Georgia Supreme Court, so he doesn't have to go to jail right now since he's appealing Judge Glanville's ruling. I asked Kayla Bumpus whether she was the person who told Brian Steele about that ex parte meeting. When you say see what happens to me, talk to me a little bit about that. The judge has essentially publicly said that you may be the person who told Brian Steele about this. Brian Steele has refused to say who told him about what happened in chambers. So would you like to answer that question? What would you like to say? Did you tell Brian Steele about what happened in chambers?
Well, that's another question that, I can answer at a later date.
Oh,
but what I can't...
Kayla, come on now. Attorney speak. Y'all know. All right, I'm going to let it play.
Did you tell Brian Steele about what happened in chambers?
She's pleading the fifth over here.
Well, that's another question that, I can answer at a later date. But what I can say is that it's extremely alarming that in the midst of that happening, I was sitting in the courtroom and all of a sudden, this blows up and I have a good idea of who did it. And I'm sure she violated attorney-client privilege doing it. And I'm just sitting there like, whoa. That was very shocking to me that would be made that assumption would be made in a matter of seconds.
So you've been ordered to show cause. Or you've been ordered to appear at this show cause hearing.
And the thing that she's talking about here before we get to this next question is she was only with Lil Woody or covering for Lil Woody just for one day. And then this whole thing went down. Judge Glanville picked her out. I guess he heard word that it might have been her. And now that's why she's being held in contempt. Was she saying, oh, that's crazy. I was just there for one day. Somebody else was having a conversation. She doesn't want to say she's the one who leaked it, but she clearly had a conversation with somebody about what went on in that secret meeting.
That would be made that assumption will be made in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So you've been ordered to show cause. Or you've been ordered to appear at this show cause hearing. It's been now moved to July 3rd. Tell me what you've basically been ordered to do.
I've been ordered to come and show why I should not be held in contempt. I'm not too sure
that's crazy.
What the contempt is.
Talking.
Do you anticipate being put on the stand?
I'm not sure. As you guys know, I have hired counsel and, I'm going to do whatever my lawyers tell me to do.
How do you feel about how this trial has unfolded so far? Jury selection took 10 months. I feel like that's unheard of. And the trial could go through the end of the year. This is taking forever. So what are your feelings on how this trial is proceeding and the pace and just how long everything has been taking?
It's definitely, like you said, unheard of. It's something unprecedented. Every attorney that I've spoken to involved and not involved in the case has the same sentiment. It's just actually unbelievable that this has taken so long.
Yeah.
And it's not.
And I know I keep saying this. I feel so bad for those jurors. I served on the grand jury for 3 months. And actually, I haven't mentioned this. It's possible I could have been selected for this jury. Now, I don't know what all went on behind the scenes, but after I served my first 3 months on the grand jury, not long after I was done serving, I got a second letter saying that I was being summoned again. And this happens all the time, y'all, with these grand juries. People will have to do multiple times on the grand jury. I don't know if they just draw your name out of a hat or what, but I actually had to go in. I got the summons. I went in, and thank God I wasn't selected, because Judge Glanville was there the second time I went, as well as the first time I served on the grand jury. And man, I think the reason I've taken this so personally, because I was there when they were doing the selection process. I cannot imagine having to be on this jury and just being held back from your life. There's been several testimonies from people who have served on this type of grand jury or on a RICO case that have lost their jobs. They've lost their families, because if they're the sole provider for their family, they've had to be in these court cases for months and years and extended periods of time. And it's really a tough situation to be in. So I feel so bad for these jurors, man, because they're not getting paid. Here in Fulton County, you get $25 a day. I was in a grand jury twice, sometimes 3 times a week for 3 months. I got paid $25 a day. And this was still while I was working a corporate job full time. So having to balance those long days and try and be present in the grand jury, it was tough, man. So I definitely feel for them.
The first case with a RICO and multiple defendants, I think about APS and BMF. All of those trials had multiple defendants, multiple attorneys, and none of them took this long or had this much controversy in the actual courtroom setting.
Every defense attorney I speak to, and I've actually spoken to retired judges, when I tell them how long it's taken in the pace, they're shocked. They can't believe it. And I'm talking judges from other states who've handled high profile cases, homicides, gang cases, things of that nature. They think it's stunning. Kayla, you've kind of become ensnared in this whole controversy with Brian Steele, the Little Woody ex parte meeting that took place in chambers. Brian Steele basically said, to the judge, you should have told me about this and you didn't. It shouldn't even have happened. We should have been present. Do you believe Brian Steele should have been present for that meeting?
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe that Brian Steele is doing his job, and his job is to protect his clients' rights and ensure that he has all the information necessary to defend his client. I cannot right now speak to that because, like I said, I'm under scrutiny right now, and the way this trial is going and the decisions that are being made, it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous because it's like anything goes.
Yeah, and this is kind of what Lil Woody's saying as well. So Judge Glanville his ego really needs to be put in check. We saw it checked a little bit when Brian Steele went to the Supreme Court and said, hey, this guy's trying to lock me up for the next 20 weeks, for the next 20 weekends, and I'm not having it. And now Judge Glanville, his tune is starting to change a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how things are going once we come back next week, because there's a lot of dominoes that are going to fall. You've got Weinstein that's going to most likely go ahead and file a new motion with the Court of Appeals, right? Or with the Superior Court, excuse me. Then you've got this hearing with Kayla. So it'll be interesting to watch what Glanville does and how things progress, because I'm sure he's starting to feel the pressure. He got a little bit of a break with the Supreme Court saying, y'all got to basically hit the reset button on this motion. But man, this is just the beginning, y'all. And we're not even halfway through this trial, which is crazy. So let me know what y'all think. Is she going to be held in contempt? Hopefully she has some good lawyers behind her. Was Brian Steele supposed to be there? Is she right? We don't know. Oh man, this whole thing is crazy. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. And again, thank you to everybody who's in here. I know we've got a lot of content to go through, but I always appreciate y'all showing up and showing love and supporting the community. Big shout out to Henry Resilient as well. Let me read a couple of these comments. real quick. But before I do, actually, let me remind y'all, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got another episode of Song of the Night Live. So if you're new to the community, if you're a musician, if you're just a fan of music, make sure you stop by. We have a good time. We get to hear some dope music, and you guys get an opportunity to win $100, a brand new Shure microphone, and 2 door prizes. So you don't want to miss out on that. Let me see what y'all are saying. Then we're going to get y'all up out of here. Floyd, the real deal Neil says, King Mamba, y'all give it up for the Mamba mentality. Yeah. That's the man right there. Floyd's asking Queen if she does music. Oh, she does. Shout out to Queen. Hey, Queen K, please stop by tonight. If it's your first time on the Song of the Night Live tonight, you get a free guaranteed play. So if you stop by the show tonight, Queen K, and this goes to anybody who's watching the show as well, you guys get a free guaranteed play. So I will make sure that I get your song played tonight. So I would love to hear some music from you. Amy says she's a hot take over there. That's right, Amy. I see you. We also got Floyd, the real deal Neil. He says, you on BandLab, I want to check you out. He's talking to Queen K. And then Amy says, I can't rap, but sing a little and play piano, some guitar, and make okay beats. I'm not as good as ClassE yet. Amy's killing it. And she can sing. She is lying to y'all. She also says, Floyd, I just realized you were asking Queen K, my bad. Don't mind me. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Again, shout out to everyone who's been supporting this community. This show would not be possible without y'all. And we're continuing to grow. We had over 130,000 people watching today. Thank you to every single one of y'all. Hopefully you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we go live, because we're live streaming twice a day and we're dropping 2 videos a day. So we got a lot of content for you guys, and hopefully you can find value in that too. Hopefully y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. I will see y'all tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace. Shout out to Amy. I see you over there.
We're real strong people. We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
Since everything starts with self, let me hold this mirror up and take a look at myself. Before I judge you, I gotta check myself. And I come to find out that that's good for my health, right? Change your mind and watch the whole body follow. So you won't hear me talking about I'm hitting you with hollows. I can't do it, got plans for tomorrow. And I ain't trying to bring my seeds no type of sorrow. Wait, cause fake rappers do fake-ish. I mean, most the basic get replaced quick. I'll never sacrifice my soul. Truth is, so I might never get 1 million records sold. But that's cool, cause I'm good with the creator. He nurtured my thoughts, so I present you with verbal flavor. You never listen to what no haters say. We pray for them, but we gon' move it this way. We moving forward, y'all.
We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
I feel like George Floyd, yo, I can't breathe. It's hard to conceive on why they wanna kill we. I think they wanna break our spirit. The youth won't hear it. We die of a loose. These cops scared to quit it. I send my love to Eric Gardner's family, cause them pigs went and took away somebody's daddy. Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, the world sees what's happening. Yeah, so in the midst of our hardest pain, we believe in ourselves and face our darkest days. You know, they be mad when we come together. So after the protest, stick together. Take the pledge, I will fight but won't kill a brother. Cause I can't take your life if you are my brother. So I'ma send you love, not one shell casing. Believe in yourself and change our situation. Yeah.
Believe in your skin, believe